these are the type of numbers that we know that he can produce for TNT.
Some people call him a role player. I call him a rolling role player right now. The way he stepped up again from 4 points to 10, that's a big step up. From 67% to 100, huge step up from the field. And he shot well from 3-point land. Didn't make any in game 2, made 2, added a 3 in game 3, and again being rewarded with even more points. The big, burly, strong guy, and when he gets his confidence up, it's kind of streaky.
Let's go back to Stingray ng Batak. As we mentioned, that this guy has really become alive here for the TNT Tropang Giga, and he had a quote in in game number 3 there, as you can see on your screens right there. And what he mentions here, without Jason Castro, Vince, I mean, obviously Jason, we all know the veteran that he has been for Coach Torres and TNT. Without him there, players like Stingray ng Batak, extremely important for Coach Torres.
Yeah, he's definitely relied on to do more, and he's for sure maturing as a player, as a leader of this TNT team.
Of course, as we mentioned, Coach Torres for the TNT Tropang Giga, he too had a quote there after the Game 3 victory. He did say that it took our very best. We actually talked about it when Justin went out, and I told the players we are going to see the best Ginebra here. Even without Justin, we have to be our best. And that just shows respect to your opponents.
For sure.
And he knows Coach Tim Cone better than perhaps anybody else in the PBA.
Yes, he was once an assistant coach under Tim Cone at the Old Alaska team.
That's
so
right.
Let's just see, what's going to happen today. They have so much respect for each other, but they're both fierce competitors. Let's see what happens in today's game 4.
So we are just about ready for game number 4. But we also are awarding the Best Import Award here in Antipolo. You see final instructions there from both coaches. Justin Brownlee looking like he's ready to go. Hopefully, for all the Ginebra faithful around the country and around the world, JB can go in tonight's pivotal game number 4 here in the Governor's Cup final. But you can see blood, sweat, and tears really for both sides here, RHJ, JB, and so on and so forth, as we turn it over to the stadium announcer.
We are live inside the Center in Antipolo for the finals of the PBA 49th Season Commissioner's Cup. Before we begin the game, it is time to recognize the top performers of the conference. First, the Arena Plus Best Import of the conference. And here are the nominees. First, from Barangay, Ginebra, San Miguel, Justin Brownlee. From the Northport, Batang Pierre, Kadeen Jack. From the TNT Tropang Giga, Ronde Hollis Jefferson. And from the Rainer Shine Alaska Painters, Tion Thompson. To award our Arena Plus Best Import of the Conference, we would like to call on the following at center court: PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall, PBA Vice Chairman and Team Governor of Barangay Ginebra, Mr. Al Francis Chua, Team Governor of the San Miguel Beermen, Mr. Robert Lon, Team Governor of the LX Road Warriors, Mr. Ronald Dolatre, and Team Governor of the Northport Batang Pierre, Mr. Eric Arejola. Garnering 615 points from the stats, 532 points from media, and 133 points from players, for a total of 1,280 points. Our Arena Plus Best Import of the Conference. From the TNT Tropang Giga, Ronde Hollis Jefferson. Once again, our Arena Plus best import of the conference, Ronde Hollis Jefferson. I'd like to request our gentlemen to please stay at center court. And joining our distinguished gentlemen, would like to call on at center court as well as they award. They're about to award the Pocari Sweat Best Player of the Conference. And here are our nominees. From the Atlex Road Warriors, Robert Bullock. From the San Miguel Beerman, Jun Mark Fajardo. From the Converge Fiber Xers, Jordan Hiddy. From the TNT Tropang Giga, Calvin Optana. From the Northport Batang Arvin Tolentino. Joining our gentlemen to award the Pocari Sweat Best Player of the Conference, I'd also like to call on the Corporate Planning Assistant Manager of Otsuka Solar Philippines, makers of Pocari Sweat, the official iron supply drink of the PBA, Ms. Rie Kikawa. Garnering 454 statistical points, 564 votes from the media, 54 votes from the players, for a total of 1,072 points. Our Pocari Sweat Best Player of the Conference, from the Northport Batang Arvin Tolentino. Once again, congratulations to our Pocari Sweat Best Player of the Conference, Arvin Tolentino.
Arvin Tolentino, the best import and the best player of the conference. And, Arvin Tolentino, formerly of Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel. Well-deserved award here for Arvin.
Yeah, definitely. This guy really stepped it up and made big play after big play and was their go-to guy, was the primary guy that the other teams were trying to defend, but he still made it look so easy. So congratulations to Arvin and RSJ. These guys well-deserved.
RSJ has been a best import already here in the Philippines. Arvin Tolentino, of course, his team has been eliminated, but Northport was leading the way for a long time in the elimination round. As you can see, he's been congratulated by a lot of his former teammates. As we send it over to the Barker for the player introductions.
Game number 4 of the best of 7 final series between Barangay Ginebra San Miguel and the TNT Tropang Giga. Let us now meet the starters first for Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. Point guard from Tito City, double goal sir, number 9, Scotty Thompson. Shooting guard from Angeles City, Pampanga, number 14, Stephen Hall. Small forward is Barangay Ginebra's import number 32, Justin Bruley. Power forward from Abulo Cagayan, number 1, Troy Rosario. And at center from Sasbuan, Pampanga, number 25, Japet Aguilar. Coaching Barangay Ginebra is Tim Code. It is now time to meet the starters for the TNT Tropang Giga. Point guard from Apol Misamis Oriental, number 6, Reyna Bata. Shooting guard from Seattle Negros Oriental, number 8, Kelvin Apsana. Small forward from Talisay City, Cebu, number 16, R.R. Pogoy. Power forward is the Tropang Geese import, number 24, Rodney Hollis Jefferson. And at center from Cebu, number 21, Kelly Williams. Coaching the Tropang Giga is Chuck Reyes.
Royal rematch game number 4. TNT leading the way 2-1. Thompson, Holt, Aguilar, Brownlee, and Rosario for Ginebra, Nambata, Ostana, Williams, R.R. Pogoy, and RHJ for the TNT Tropang Giga. They're your game officials in your stream. As we get ready for game number 4. This tip-off is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. First possession of the game, Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel. Here's Holt. He's got Altana on him. Scotty, they're looking for Brownlee early on. They get into it with R.R. Pogoy playing defense. He finds Jumping Aguilar for the short jumper. That's good.
That's the way to get things going if you're Barangay Ginebra right there. They use Justin Brownlee. I guess they're just testing him out. You can see he's kind of guarding that right hand of his, but a nice pass by him and a great shot by Jumpman to get the scoring festivities going for Ginebra.
And Jumping Aguilar, as we mentioned before the tip-off, not really showing Jumping Aguilar-like numbers so far in the finals. Good sign for him and Ginebra fans that he scored the first basket. Here's Stingray and Bata. Being guarded by Brownlee. They go to the corner. Pogoy. They get it down to RHJ. Met by Chapman by Kelly Williams. Free down low for 2.
Yeah, we talked about how he's being more unselfish. 8 assists in the last game, upping his game 2 too. So good start for RHJ.
Scotty Thompson. They go to JB. Brownlee, 1-on-1 coverage with Pogoy. Almost loses it. Brownlee over to Chapman. 4 seconds to the shot clock. 3 seconds. Holt's got to do something. Let it fly over Kelly Williams. A shot clock violation for Ginebra.
You know, I think Justin Brownlee's really trying to feel things out to see, how good is good with that thumb. So far, so good, but a little bit tentative.
Yeah. And of course, you got to think about it when guys are going for the steal, that they might just hit that hand.
Just don't want to get hit again, that's for sure.
Turnover here for TNT. Scotty over to Chapman. Aguilar to the basket for 2.
Great advanced pass right there. Getting Japeth Aguilar going. Again, when he gets his confidence going, he can really make those mid-range shots and, of course, finish with authority around the rim.
4 points already in the ball game for Japeth Aguilar. Calvin Optana dancing with Japeth. Another turnover here for TNT. Scotty Thompson looking for some teammates. Decides to set things up. 2-man game with Troy Rosario. Troy against his former teammate. Over to Stephen Hall. Open for 3. Puts it in.
Stephen Hall can shoot. Definitely very nice pass there. And Holta made good things happen there.
That was a 2-point shot for Stephen Holt. 6-2 right now for Barangay Ginebra. RHJ. Stingray Nambata. That's for 3. And
confidence is high, Gino.
Yep.
With the Stingray, he's just stinging. He is looking for that shot, going up with a lot of confidence.
JB. Working on Calvin Optana. He's yet to take a shot in this ball game. Sends it over to Chapman. Baseline jumper, no good. Rosario trying to save it. Ends up in the hands of RHJ. Ronde. Still with it. Jefferson to the basket, to the reverse. Overcooks it. Nambata giving them another opportunity. Oftana over to Pogoy. RR. 6 seconds to shoot here for the white shirts. Jefferson. Tough shot. No good. Promptly rebound.
Yeah. He's looking tough. That was a big time rebound.
Rosario over to Holt. That's for 3. Stephen Holt. 2 baskets for him already here early on. It's 9-5 in favor of Ginebra.
2 in a row for him, and Ginebra's hot. That's all I can say.
Williams. Now with Calvin. Oftana hitting it strong to the basket. Bothered by Jonathan Aguilar. Rebound. And a whistle is blown there. Out of bounds is our Pogoy. Ball goes back to the red shirts.
Great effort there by both teams. Just a bit of a foot right on that line. Looking at these shots here. Even Holt stepping up.
9-5 with 8:18 left to go as we turn it over to Bay for this report.
And Vince, it was quite a frustrating loss for Ginebra. Assistant coach Richard Del Rosario expressed that they definitely had a chance with high JB missing majority of the second half due to an injury. However, there is no room to dwell in the past. For Coach Richard, he emphasized a few things. One, doing a much better job defending TNT from beyond the arc. They must be able to limit those open looks. Second, better ball movement. Although their assist count was better at 20 assists in game 3, the goal is to reach at least 30 tonight as well. Lastly, with JB not being 100%, Coach Richard emphasized that the locals must not fall into a trap. They must find ways to execute their offense better, which requires a collective effort. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you very much for that report, Ms. Bay Escudero. And so far, so good. The locals have stepped up here for Coach Tim Cohn. They are leading 12-5. JB has yet to take a shot here in the first quarter.
But that last one was a very nice play by Scotty Thompson. In everybody control. Made that. That's a nice pass as well. You got to know that these games and these teams have both been scouted very well. They know each other's sort of strengths and weaknesses, and dish off there.
There's Aguilar. They go to Brownlee. Being guarded by RR. Brownlee goes baseline. Fade away. Jumper. Puts it in. First shot of the game. It's funny.
So I guess the thumb is not an issue. That's a very nice mid-range shot. And for Justin Brownlee, that's usually his bread and butter.
Right. Our Pogoy scoring on the other end for TNT. You have big expectations for Pogoy here in game number 4.
You know, when you're down, there's only one place to go but up for him. He's too good of a player.
Joppin against Machine Gun Kelly. No good. Rosario, second attempt, puts it in. But a whistle blown here by the referees. That's going to be a loose ball foul.
Yeah, I think it's going to get against Troy and Rosario.
Let's take a look at this baseline jumper fade away special.
You know,
Justin Brown.
It looked like our Pogoy was just kind of daring him. Hey, shoot it. I'm not going to give it to you inside, but I'll make you shoot outside. Let's test out that thumb. So far, the grade is A on the pass list for the thumb.
Oftana. We get the switch. RHJ against Rosario. Tough shot off the glass. Well, for most human beings, that's a tough shot. For him, it's a walk in the park.
Good D. Easier offense. You know, he's a lefty. Why not? Let's go right and then like hang out, lean back, kiss it off the glass.
Thompson over to Holt. Dancing with Oftana. Short on the jumper. Loose ball in the hands of Calvin. Oftana. Chapin. Beats it. Sends it over to RR. Kicks it back out. Here's RHJ. Back to Pogoy. 3 ball on the way. Puts it in.
Too good to keep him down. Our Pogoy is a big time player, and he knows what's at stake here. If they can pull out this victory, they got a very good chance of pulling out the whole thing. They'll be up 3-1, so they're going for it tonight.
Thompson against Machine Gun Kelly. Here's Chapman. Back to Scotty. That's 4-3. No good. Battle for the rebound. RHJ flying in. It's going to be out of bounds. Woo! Coach Tim Cohn wants to talk things over. We are tied at 14 with 5:41 left to go here in Q1.
Siguro na nararamdaman ko yung presence ni Kuya Jason ngayon, even though wala siya sa venue, pero yun nga, yung presence niya, yung kanyang game kasi pinapanood ko rin. Yung nanonood kasi ako ng film namin, so medyo malaking bagay sa akin yung nag-out muna ako sa social media ko. And then, yung factor din doon, yun nga, na-overcome ko yung pressure na yun. So, instead na parang akuin ko yung responsibility na yon, which is hindi naman talaga kaya, tinake ko siya as motivation. Kaya yun nga yung naging outcome. Gumanda and naging lose ako every game.
You know, when you're asked to replace a legend like Jason Kaufman, never an easy thing to do. But Stingray Nambata has done very well, especially in game number 3.
Definitely has stepped up in a huge way. See if he can continue that here in game 4.
Donnie Thompson missing that short jumper for Adam, who with that rebound was just checked in the game. Mata against Thompson. There's Pogoy. RR using the RHJ screen. Sends it over to their import. To Nambata. Stingray, two-man game with Jefferson. Ostana goes baseline.
Oh, that was quite a play. That was a nifty play. Nice little jab step. Got his defender leaning, and he went all the way to the basket along that baseline. Took a little bit of harm from Rosario there, enough for the referee to blow that whistle.
Gets the hoop and the harm there. Calvin Ostana to the free throw line for the bonus.
Again, stepping up big in game 3, doubling his output average of 1 and 2. Games 1 and 2, that is.
10-0 run here for the TNT Tropang Giga. Ginebra did start out very hot. TNT has gotten themselves back the lead here, 17-14. Rosario, Japet, baseline jumper on the way, puts it in.
He is absolutely comfortable with hitting those little short baseline jumpers. At his height, he's going to get that shot off every time.
Kana, Nambata, that's for 3. Off to the left. Japet with the rebound. Here comes Scotty Thompson. Stephen Holt. Holt still with it. Holt going straight to the basket. Whistle is blown here. There are bodies on the floor. That is Boy Adam.
Big boy will be whistled for that foul, and he's hearing it from the fans of Ginebra as well.
He's kind of been public enemy number 1 for Barangay Ginebra fans.
Well, he's a very emotional guy.
Na PBA fans, sama-sama tayo mag-celebrate ng 50th anniversary ng ating liga. Abangan ang iba't-ibang activities at alamin sino ang 10 additional players na dadagdag sa PBA's greatest list. Tara na at tuloy-tuloy ang panonood ng PBA. I can hear laughter as I was reading that. But yes, 50 years of the PBA, definitely something to be proud about. Next 10 players of the greatest list of the PBA is going to be announced very soon. Here's our Pogoy using the screen of
Rondé
RHJ.
took a shot in the unmentionables.
Pogoy working on Holt. 2 to go in the shot clock. Pogoy fadeaway jumper's no good. Jamie Malonzo checked in and grabbed the rebound. Holt using the Aguilar screen. 50-foot jumper on the way. Off. RHJ with the rebound. Jefferson. The whistle is blown here.
You cannot say that Rondé doesn't go hard.
Oh,
He
yeah.
goes hard every single time, and he knows he's going to get, a lot of contact, but he's fearless. He will go hard every time and take that contact, try to make the best out of it.
And let's turn it over to Bay for another report.
Ronde Hollis Jefferson has just been awarded his third Best Import of the Conference award, which ties him at second alongside Justin Brownlee and Alan Durham. Well, tonight doubles as a very special night for RHA because here to witness this all is his mother, Raylanda Hollis, who is watching him in the PBA for the very first time. Now, she was quick to express how proud she is of everything that Ronde has accomplished in his career. She even mentioned the times before when RHA would stay out past his curfew, shooting around in a nearby court, which got her pretty emotional just thinking about how far he has come. Of course, a win tonight would make this day even more memorable for Raylanda, which is why her advice for RHA as he steps on the floor is to just continue what he's doing to get that win. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much for that, Miss Bea. She's done a great job raising a great man and Ronde Hollis. Jacob Longo drills a three ball, gets Ginebra back to lead, 21-19.
Yeah. And I think for now, she will forgive him for being past curfew. We see a nice shot there. Jamie Malonzo. Again, he had a pretty good game 3. Continues it here.
21-19 with 3:22 left here in Q1.
York.
You are still tuned to the PBA Finals, and it is my honor to welcome to the Philippines Raylanda Hollis, mother of well-loved Ronde Hollis Jefferson. Raylanda, RHJ has been playing here for a couple of years, but what made you decide to come visit him now?
Because I was physically able to come. I was in a car accident 2 years ago, and I couldn't do the long flight. And now I'm able to do it, even though I'm still hurting a little bit, but I can still do it.
Wow, what a blessing it is to see you here. We're so glad to have you here. I also wanted to ask, what makes you so proud of RHJ?
I'm very proud because of all the accomplishments he has done thus far. And he's very humble and well driven in his accomplishments.
Can you share a little something about how he was as a child?
He was a little stubborn, but he grew out of it. He grew out.
Well, enjoy the rest of your time here. Thank you so much for joining us. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much for that, Miss Bell. A nice interview. Didn't know the mother of the best import, RHJ. 26-19 now in favor of Barangay Ginebra. They've gotten themselves going.
Stephen Jeffrey Holmes is our first in double digits tonight with 10 points.
(26-19), under 2 minutes to go.
And Stephen Holt just walked right by us, and he's got something written on the back of his socks, and it says, "Move." Tonight, he is definitely moving.
He's going to be subbed out right now by RJ Amarientos. And Holt getting a nice applause from the Ginebra fans. As you mentioned, the first player in double digits. So it's been a game of runs here so far. If you're just joining us, Ginebra got off to a hot start. TNT got the lead. Now we're witnessing a Ginebra run as they enjoy a 26-19 advantage. Era over to Ostana. Calvin all the way to the basket. Oh, he sent it over to Era for an easy basket down low.
Little bit of ping pong going on there, back and forth, but it ended up in the right hands, right underneath the basket.
Here's Alonso over to Abarian. RJ using the screen of JB. So they want to. Looks like they're gonna check this in replay.
I'd like to see it again.
Yeah, me too.
There was definitely a pick and roll. The question is, what exactly transpired? This is a head coach challenge. I think that's a bit early.
Yeah.
Usually you don't see him in the first quarter.
But Coach Tim and Richard jumped off right away when the whistle was blown, and they motioned over it for the challenge.
Again, the referees have their hands full tonight. Again, a lot of emotions and a lot at stake in this game 4.
But the ball will be with Ginebra. It doesn't look like the challenge actually pushed through. Well, here we go. Scotty. They go to Brown. Kicks to shoot. Ralph Cool. Over to Malonzo. Open for distance.
His confidence is very high as well. JB Malonzo stepping up when you need him. The missing link has really stepped up. Games 1 and 2, just a point, just 2 rebounds. Here in game 3 and 4, 11 points. Now he's hit a couple of threes. Get this team going. A lot of confidence and rhythm on that shot right there. Look at this. That is the look of I know what I'm doing, and I'm going to do it again.
His team is ahead 29-21 as the doctors are going to check out Toy Anna.
100% for Jamie Malonzo from three-point land. Got a rebound to go with that as well. Good time on the court for him in just 3.5 minutes.
It's going to be a current over here by TNT. Here's Brownie, JB, going to the basket. That's a miss. Picked up there by Alvin. Here's Oftana. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 31 on the game clock here in the first quarter. The 3 balls, no good. Picked up there by Brownie.
That would have been a big shot if Rizon would have made that one.
So it's about a second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Gotti. Cool. Back to Thompson. Gotti gets away, run away.
He has such a quick first step, and you have to respect his jump shot as well.
And Aurin at the buzzer back rins it. But a great start here for Barangay Ginebra San Miguel as they enjoy a 10-point lead at the end of 1.
You were still watching Game 4 of the finals between TNT and Ginebra. Coach Shard, before tip-off, it was still going to be a game-time decision if Justin was going to see action. Now that we've seen him play, how would you assess how he's playing so far?
I think everything's going well so far. Although he's not been scoring a lot for us, he's been part of most of the points that we're scoring because he's making the right passes, he's getting into the right spots. Ang maganda dito, we're not relying on just to score. Everybody's contributing right now, and we're making the right reads on the defense of TNT, and we hope to sustain it all throughout this game.
Thank you so much, Coach Shard, gentlemen.
Thank you very much for that, Bea. And he's absolutely right. JB making the right plays, even if he's not shooting a lot.
Yeah, that just goes to his basketball IQ. A lot of guys talk about it, but you can definitely see that he thinks the game so well. He knows who's open and when to give them that ball.
UAAP Season 87 Volleyball is live and exclusive here on Signal. Watch it all live on the UAAP Varsity channel. One Sports and Pilipinas Live, because legends start here. Boy, and I'm hearing it from Barangay Ginebra fans.
I think he likes it.
Oh, yeah. You can see it.
Give it to me.
He definitely enjoys it. Here's Scotty. Sends it over to Malonzo. Jamie. Oh. A little miscommunication there. It's going to result. It's going to stay with the red shirts. 4 seconds on the shot clock here for Barangay Ginebra. Abarientos. No good on a jumper for Abarientos, and here come the white shirts.
The manly rebounds in there. These guys are going up high and very strong.
Bata. Look at that. Oh, by Stingray. Can't finish, however.
My college coach used to call that $1 million shot and a once in top push.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, $1 million move, once in top push shot.
Here's Brownlee. But Obantin on him. 7 seconds to shoot. JB. Pull up jumper on the way. Sweat.
Yeah. He only needs a little bit of space to get that shot off. And obviously, thumb is not bothering him enough to mess up that mid-range of his.
He's 2 for 2 so far here in this ball game. To think that people were talking if he would play or not. All right,
Whoa!
Level of difficulty 10, but he still manages to hit nothing but net.
From a pass that took him behind the backboard. Oh, man, that's difficult. Very difficult shot.
Alonso takes it back out. Scotty. Cool. Back to Thompson. Miscommunication between the two. And turnover Ginebra.
Let's see this once again. The pass
That's a tough shot.
was not a bad pass. It's just his momentum carried him too far behind the backboard, and he had no choice but to throw it up.
And this best move of the game is brought to you by Honda, the official motorcycle of the PBA. Tough shot maker.
That's one of the shots of the year right there.
Absolutely. Nambata doesn't draw foul, but manages to get the basket.
Yeah. That was a lot of contact for a no call. Coach Chad is beside himself, as are Coach Sandy and Coach Yuri.
A 6-point game in favor of Ginebra. Alonso over Anna, puts it in.
Jamie Milando has definitely stepped up. 8 points for him. And, geez, again, these guys, they don't need a lot of time to make big things happen.
Gambata, step back jumper is good. You can see the confidence of Stingray really at an all-time high right now here in the finals.
What a time to have your confidence up, though, right?
Absolutely. 6-point game. Here's RHJ. Over to Pagoy. Launches the 3 ball. Drills it.
On rhythm. Once again, another assist for Ronde Hollis Jefferson. 8 points for our Bogoy. He's making big things happen. But let's first look at this wonderful big play. I don't even know how he kept the ball, but somehow he did. Able to keep it, throw it up off the glass, and make it go down. Great shot there by Stingray Nambata.
It's 35-32 in favor of Ginebra with 8:48 left to go here in the first half. As we see here, the mayor, si Mayor June Inares, Antipolo City, in attendance tonight, enjoying game number 4. 35-32 in favor of Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. 8:40 left to go here in the first half. Stephen Holt. They go to JB against Ambata. 3 seconds to shoot. JB over Stingray.
Yeah.
3-4-3 for Brownlee.
He had a size advantage, maybe about 4 or 5 inches on Stingray. He just had to sort of rise up above him and take that shot.
Kelly Williams. Ambata. Over to Bogoy. RR against Scotty.
Well, boy, hasn't missed a 3 yet tonight.
Pull-up jumper there. That's a long 2 for RR Bogoy. Vince, you called it. He's going to have a big game. He's having
I'm telling you.
nice start here in the first half.
10 points for RR.
Thompson. Here's Malonzo. Now with Jack. The pass over to Stephen Holt. It's a miss down low, but it looks like it's going to stay with Ginebra. Maverick Ahadisi checks in the game. Let's take a look at this pull-up jumper there by R. Poldoy.
He definitely can shoot that ball with a lot of confidence.
Alonso, yeah.
One thing I'm noticing is it seems like whenever they get either Holt or Justin Brownlee on Stingray, they're going inside. They're trying to get that ball, trying to get a shot right over him. They feel they have a little size advantage.
That's right. Alvin Oftana going to be called for a loose ball foul.
And he's shaking his head just as Coach Charez is as well. And nope, but still counts in the scorebook.
That's right. 37-34. Pilar. Here's Holt. Using the jacket screen. Sends it over to Malonzo. Jamie against Oftana. Malonzo. Over to Holt. And the shot clock violation once again. Going to be called on Barangay Ginebra.
Good D by RHJ. Forced Holt to take an extra dribble and just didn't have enough time to get that shot off. Got such long arms.
That's right.
His reach is something you can't teach. There we go.
Yeah, right. Vince's on. Here's our Pogoy. RR. Trying to create some space. Shoots over Japan. No good. The Maverick Hamisi skies for the rebound.
That's like trying to shoot a ball over the Eiffel Tower right there with Japan right in your grill.
Round lead. JB working on Kelly. JB pull up jumper and push shot is good. Perfect from the field right now.
10 points for JB, and it's all mid-range. Mid-range, mid-range, mid-range.
Machine gun. Over to RHJ. Here's Calvin. Fontana, 3-ball on the ways. Off to the left. Rebound in the hands of Japet. Here's Mount.
Yeah. Another guy who can really step up for them. Let's see what Maverick does tonight.
Hamisi. Over to Japet. Japet all alone down low. Easy basket there for Aguilar.
Again, we talked about Holt and Brownlee, them feeling they have an advantage. How about that one? Japet on Stingray. So you can tell there's a concerted effort. Whenever Stingray switches onto a bigger guy, automatically that guy just drops down low.
Fontana gets away off the glass and puts it in.
That is a nifty move there. 5 points now. Let's see if Calvin gets going.
41 to 36.
So many
game.
So many weapons on both teams.
Oh yeah.
Everybody can explode.
Hamisi. Here's Malone. Nice
Backdoor.
pass to JB. And Justin, I don't know that that finger is hurt, but he has been perfect from the field, including this one right here. Plus the foul as well from Kelly Williams. Great pass from Jamie Malonzo.
There is just no doubting that this guy lives in the moment and just steps up whenever need be, no matter what the odds, no matter what he's facing, injury and all. He is simply perfection tonight.
Okay, it's 6 for 7 from the field. He did miss one shot. I don't remember it, but he did miss one.
We'll check on that.
Yeah.
I also don't remember him missing a shot.
Here's RHJ. Almost a turnover. Boy, lets it fly. 3-ball, puts it in.
Perfection. There's perfection. 3 out of 3 now for our Pogoy with 13 points. Has not missed a 3. That's one way to really make defenses go crazy. Spread the court.
Chapman. There it is again. The big attacking the defense of Stingray Nambata.
Yeah. Ooh, almost a carry.
Kelly attacks the defense of Chapman. No good at that attempt. RHJ makes sure that was.
That's one way of doing it. 8 points now for RHJ. Again, not a huge scoring output, but his effect is quite big.
Hamisi scores, gets rid of the defense and puts it in.
You almost have to think, as good as Stingray is on offense, kind of a little bit of a liability when they switch and they got a bigger guy. They just attack him.
RHJ working on Brownlee. Sends it over to RR. Back to Hollis Jefferson. Nice line. Nambata 3-ball, no good. Rebound in the hands of Holtz.
Let's see what they do now. I have a feeling they're going to go right at Stingray again. That's my feeling anyway.
Holtz. We go to Malonzo. Jamie for 3.
Man, this guy is on fire tonight. 11 points now for Jamie. He is hot.
Bata. 10-point game in favor of Ginebra. Hollis Jefferson against Holtz. RHJ still with it. RHJ. Tough shot, no good.
Good D. Stephen Holt just stayed right in front. Didn't let him make him dance too much.
JB working on Pagoy. JB over to Ahamisi, corner 3, stop back of Tana.
I think that was partially blocked by Aftana as well. Tana's got tremendous athleticism as well.
Coach Chuck Reyes wants to talk things over. His team is down by 10 with 2:44 left to go here in the first half. (51-41) in favor of Barangay Ginebra. 2:37 left to go here in the first half.
Couple of stats on why this lead is the way it is. Ginebra beating TNT with bench points 13-4, and perimeter points, they are outclassing them 33-18. There is your 10-point lead.
Aurin against Ahamisi. That's a miss. Aurin gets it. Another opportunity here for the white shirts. RR. And a whistle is blown away from the ball.
Yep. It's going to be Poy Adam and Damien Belanzo jockeying for position. So they're going to whistle Belanzo for that foul.
So that's the second team foul of Barangay Ginebra, TNT. They also have 2. We approach the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. Here's Oftana. Calvin trying to get going here. That 3 ball is good.
That's a long 3. He had his feet on the 4-point line. 8 points now for Calvin. The guy they need to step up.
So 51-45 in favor of Ginebra.
Sorry, correction. 9 points now for Calvin Oftana.
Aguilar. Here's Malonzo. Jamie to the reverse. Tough shot. Jaffa trying to stuff it. So here comes the white shirt. Pagoy. 3 ball on the way. Puts it in.
Roger Ray Pagoy is kicking booty. 16 points for him. Not a bad day at the office. And we're not even at halftime.
3 points gained. Ahamisi. Court jumper still good. Chapin. turnaround. A little bit too strong there.
Good D there by Boy Adam. Really frustrating job, and somehow he shot that ball behind the backboard.
But they are going to take. Looks like they did take a point away from that. Oftana's foot was on the line, so it was counted as a 3. Right there, his right foot was on the line.
Yeah. I saw it.
Yeah.
I called it
It
as a
was
three.
right in front of us.
Yeah.
Jefferson. No good. Rebound in the hands of Scotty Thompson. Here's Ahamisi. Holtz. Back to Maverick.
Oh, I jump it.
12
Uh-oh.
seconds on the shot clock. Holtz comes up short. And Scotty gets the loose ball. Another opportunity here for the red shirts. Brownlee will attack. JB. The foul. He's going to head to the free throw line.
What a huge lift Justin Brownlee has given this Barangay Ginebra San Miguel team. I mean, just his mere presence, and not just his presence, his actual output.
That's right.
Everybody was even wondering if he's even going to play tonight, and he has come up big.
The games may be over, but the storytelling continues. Witness the journey before the glory. This is our team, the Golden Age. New episodes every Friday on One Sports, One Sports Plus, and Filipinos Live.
Like we mentioned a while ago, Justin Brownlee doing so well. 14 points. 6 out of 7, it says here, from 2-point land. And now 2 out of 2 from the free throw stripe. 15 points for him. On a guy we thought wasn't even going to play.
That's
Maybe.
When everybody entered the arena this evening, the first question was, is JB going to play? Well, he has definitely come out and performed. This team is currently enjoying a 6-point lead here in the first half.
You know,
Final 20.8 seconds left to go in the 30-second timeout.
You know, for me, it wasn't just the first. For me, it was the only question. If he plays, or not plays, just the implications of that for this game is tremendous. Some of our VVIPs and, of course, our VOGs, Board of Governors.
Right. Everybody enjoying the finals. And the finals has definitely been intense.
Yeah.
I mean, every single game has been so close. Right now, this game has been close as well. Biggest lead has been 10 points. But every time somebody gets a double-digit lead, the other team comes back right away.
Again, because it is such a treat to have such a defensive series, close games are going to happen. You know, I don't see huge leads staying huge for long.
Our Bogoy, it seems like he heard you when you said that you expected to have a big game. Game number 4.
I'm the shooter whisperer.
That's right.
Anyways. So we look at Justin Brownlee. Man, I want to know what they gave him because he's feeling good.
Bata. TNT looking for the final shot of the first half. Go to RHJ. Ronde all the way to the basket, comes up short, but he tips it in.
They wanted an one with that.
But there's enough time here. Scotty Thompson. That's going to be no good. But what a first half this has been for both teams. But Justin Brownlee, for a player who wasn't questioned whether he was going to play or not, what a start for him in this ball game. What a first half.
15 points, 4 boards. Can't say much that, this guy has definitely just come to play. Can't say anything bad about that.
His team's enjoying a 4-point lead, 53-49 at the break.
Kita ka sa mga players, parang lalong ganadong magpakita ng gigas. Okay, tama mo naman ako dyan. Troy Masario converts. A foul back, kaya may bonus free throw. Etong si Troy. The back pass. Lita ng turnover. Etong dalawang team. Foul. Oh, good pass. Abarientos scores. Through the foul.
That's going to be in one. Really here, he was fouled. He should foul. No way. That's the ball. Hindi yata alam ni Monton na lahat. Alam ni siya.
Malayo daw. It's that. Almost like Kadim Jack. Count.
Got himself up in the air with nowhere to go. He's asking for a foul. It's a 2-on-1. Hollis Jefferson will finish. That throw foul against Novo.
I thought TNT did a great job in stopping that pick and roll action from Raymond Shot Kanina.
Foul taken by Kuyak, who has provided really a lot of energy. Then, the offense as well. Another basket for Pablo and a chance for a bonus free throw. What a welcome addition he has been para sa kanila dito sa semifinals because he hasn't played throughout Novo. Speaking of leaping ability, he bounces it over to Dion. We'll take it again. Get it to go. The chance for the 3-point play. Dion Thompson's having himself a night.
Notice that he's now attacking inside. He probably sees that RAJ is not providing the kind of help.
Looking for a 3-1 series lead. 3-1. Oh, against Calvin again. 25 na, 26 na para kay Calvin Octana. But the thing is, the other series is also 3-1.
First three of the game para kay Adrian Dalton. 7 points now. RHJ working on Santillan. Ooh, it's a circus shot ball. Acrobatic shot. Humingi pa rin ng foul, but the referee not interested. Tapos kay Senuela on the attack. Oh, a little push, and he scores.
Talking about this initiative, no? Kailangan sabayan din naman kayo niya para sa defense. Oh!
Surprise, unexpected, but they'll take it.
North Coast young finally mustered 3 points together. Escape, plus a foul.
Alam mo, mahirap kalaban. Yung magaling na, yung swerte pa.
It's a blocks of almost 2 per game. That's streaky. We'll step in. And then taking Ginebra. I mean, they're number 1 in the league in assists.
Eh, yung finals MVP nung una nun. Finals MVP, William. So the championship, finals MVP, Jason Castro. Now, if they are going to win it, it's going to be a different guy again.
Shot coming from RHJ. Look at the way TNT forms its offense. 5 out, and then the penetration inside.
Oh, that's a foul!
Oh, boy! Well, he had that because he was playing 5 out.
Once again, down by 14. Down the middle, Scotty with a picture perfect finger roll.
More inside points coming from Barangay. They're penetrating.
Sila, napupunta. Ronde, 5 points pa lang. Down. The total, fadeaway jumper. Ronde delivers.
Yes, that is a move. The fadeaway turnaround.
Ronde.
Oh my God. What a shot. But you know what? Arab gets one alive. Boy, Arab did the help. Walk away quicker to the basket and Ronde making it look so easy. RHJ.
Hollis Jefferson floated. Decides to go straight, drops it to Era. Easy 2 for Boyd. Dancing with Holt. Upside to Glenn Cobuntin. He'll make his move against Jarrett. Strong move going up, but he's denied. That is Jarrett Aguilar. Clear space, and you don't belong in it.
You get the ball easy. To say that RHJ is not demanding the ball right from the very first option. So he's moving around. He's getting free. Remember in game number 2, he started out. He had 11 points in the first quarter alone.
KB looking for a clear out. Brownlee absorbs the contact and finishes through the middle.
When to give. They didn't foul. They gave us a shot. Everything else has been coming from the flow. Thompson getting creative underneath. He came from the blind side. He stole the ball from RHJ towards TNT's advantage. Calvin, feeling the board at breakdown there in terms of the rebounding ng Barangay Ginebra. Hindi nila na-box out si Calvin Octana. Barrientos stepping back. Oh! A ring was lost in the zone. Ginebra takes the lead. Signature move yan ni RJ. RJ looking like this for a moment. There's a screen by RJ with ng bata. Sabi ko tumalonso against a wrist. And I'm ready to help the by JP. Not all the these ways. Now you've got Johnny Thompson. Javi Regular checking in. They still have possession. The pasa from the corner. We've seen the craziest of the crazy. And again, ilang offensive rebound, ilang tutukan na nag-intend, only to end up as a go-ahead corner three. Mic test 1, 2.
It is halftime here at the Anatis Center in Antipolo City as Barangay Ginebra San Miguel trying to tie the finals as they lead 53-49. Gina being here together with Vince the Prince season. Vince, it's been a really exciting ball game going back and forth the entire first half.
Yeah, definitely. But one thing must be said. Both teams are shooting very, very hot. I mean, we only had 87 to 85 in the entire game of last time out, but here we already have 53 and 49 here at half. And here are some of our numbers. Again, Ginebra and TNT practically the same. 21 out of 41, 19 out of 30. That's 51 and 50%. 1% difference. Bench points, there's a bit of a difference. 13 to 4. Perimeter points, another bit of a difference in favor of Barangay Ginebra. 33-24, but points in the paint are on the side of TNT. That's why we have another very close game.
And you see there the leading scorers, Barangay Ginebra with 4 players in double digits.
Yeah.
While the TNT Tropang Giga enjoying with 2 players in double digits, led by our Pogoy.
Yeah, we got it.
In the field, 53 points at the half. What necessary defensive adjustments are you making?
Yeah, somehow our aggressiveness and ball pressure is not there. When we're closing out, we have our hands down. We are overhelping all over the place. So we just have to get back to our defensive rules and defensive game plan and play with a lot more force and aggressiveness on the defensive end.
Coach Josh, back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you very much for that interview, Miss Bel Gregorio.
Yeah, and it's such a simple thing what he said, but definitely makes a huge difference. You close out to a shooter and your hands are down. It's pretty useless, especially on a guy with confidence. You got to put that hand up.
Here's Tambata. Stingray. He sent it over to Magoy. He's been red hot. Here's RHJ being guarded by JB. Ronde, no good in that keeper. And Justin Brownlee with the rock.
Ronde with just 10 points in the first half, but he had 6 boards and 3 assists.
Troy Rosario sends it over to Scotty Thompson. Jumper is no good. Battle for the rebound in the hands of Magoy.
Again, a seesaw battle in our first half. Let's see what happens here in the third Q.
Now in RR. Adam, there's a mismatch down low, but a little miscue there. And that's going to be a turnover.
You know, the ball's going to go out there. The ball actually went out of bounds.
That's right. Calvin did not get to the ball in time. Had he caught that, it would have been at a half court.
And that's what Ronde is telling him, hey, get the ball. You don't want a baseline inbound with 14 to go.
Holt. Stephen Holt still with it. Holt attacking the defense of Aram and drawing the foul.
Again, I think that was possibly a mental error that led to that exchange there. I mean, a ball going out on the baseline with that much time gives him so many different options.
UAP Season 87 Volleyball is live and exclusive here on Signal. Watch it all live on the UAAP Varsity Channel, One Sports and Filipinas Live, because legends start here.
Bolt with 10 points in the first half. It was really like on fire to start this game.
Let's send it over to Bea for this report.
Filipino advanced despite Ginebra's 51.2 field goal percentage. Coach Richard Del Rosario emphasized that right now they are more concerned with the fact that they lost their biggest lead of 10 points because of the last two possessions of that first half. As you put it, we are losing TNT shooters and giving them space, which gives them the time to take quality shots as well. So in the second half, we can expect better defensive effort, which is what they were emphasized back in the dugout. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much for the update, Miss Bea, as Boy Adams scores down low, plus the foul there on Japan.
Yeah. From an almost travel, which is what all of Ginebra was asking for, to a over-the-top shot by Boy Adam. Gets the foul with it. 7 points now for Boy.
3-point game in favor of Ginebra. Thompson being pounded there by RR. Here's Japan. Back to Scotty. Thompson will attack. Thompson to the scoop. And Japan tips it in.
No one gets up higher and quicker than Japeth Aguilar. That's 12 points for him.
Era. Now with Oftana. Can Calvin get going here in the third? Sends it over to Namata. Stingray sends it back out to Oftana. 6 seconds to shoot. Calvin, they go to Era. Size advantage against Rosario. Era misfires there. Rebound by Volt. JB. Open for 3. That's short. The Bata. Stingray. Over to Oftana. Calvin. Now with Pogoy. 13 on the shot clock. RR. Trying to attack the defense of Japeth. And he's going to be called for a traveling violation.
Yeah, and he knew it too. He dragged that heavy foot, and that is a travel without a visa or a suitcase.
When you're trying to attack the basket and Japeth Aguilar is in the way, that's usually the outcome.
Put on the brakes.
Yeah. Rosario. Here's Scott. To go back to Troy against Oftana. Rosario. He's going to be called for an offensive foul.
Yeah, he kind of
used that off arm. Yeah.
And he caught the Calvin Oftana. Yes, right in the eye area. Hope he is okay. Let's see it once again. Look at that right.
There.
Yeah, the elbow.
Inadvertent elbow.
Yeah, it wasn't malicious or intentional, but don't tell that to Calvin's eye. It still hurts.
Nice pass.
What a pass. And you just muffed it right there.
Maybe that's vision. As Era misfires from a 3. And here comes Ginebra. JB. Got the smaller Nambata. They've been going at the defense of Stingray Nambata all game long. And that time a foul is going to be called on number 6.
He was playing aggressive defense the whole way. They finally called a foul at the end. But I don't see much difference in the contact he made there as to the first few seconds of that defensive stance.
57 to 52. Glenn Cobendin has just checked in favor of Calvin Oftana. Scotty Thompson looking for Jack. Aguilar back to Scotty, dancing with Era. Aguilar to the basket, puts it up, can't finish. And Ronde with a rebound. Nambata over to Pogoy, back to Stingray. Puts it up, no good.
Good tip out.
Pogoy for 3, that's a miss. Oh, and Scotty Thompson with a beautiful rebound.
Is there anyone more exciting from the guard position rebounding than Scotty Thompson?
Brownlee, turnaround jumper, gets the roll. And the whistle is blown as well. And Coach Sean Reyes wants to talk things over. Let's take a look at this. Justin Brownlee, fadeaway jumper, gets the bounce over Glenn Pawantin. JB has been playing phenomenal despite that injured shooting hand. It's 59-52 in favor of Ginebra with 7:41 left to go here in Q3. Justin Brownlee, who was in question of whether or not he was going to play here in game number 4, has really performed as you take a look at the numbers he's had so far here in these finals.
Again, big numbers from him. Even if you hurt him, you put whatever kind of defensive adjustments on him, he just finds a way.
Oftana trying to shoot over Brownlee, coming up short.
I think they're partially blocked.
Here's Holtz. They're trying to go down to Troy Rosario. They get it down to him against Pogoy.
He's got a size advantage. Oh, but he coughs it up. Good D by Pogoy.
And Nambata puts it up and in.
We will see if the referee will allow that to go down. Coach Sean Reyes is right away on top of it saying, I want a review. Because he threw it up at the rim.
And he threw it up as the whistle was blown.
So officially, this is a head coach challenge, and this has big implications.
This could be. Yeah, this looks like it wasn't the act of shooting. He threw it up there as the whistle was blown.
Let's see it once again in slow-mo. Definitely got hit. Definitely got, a foul. But the question is it in the act of shooting? Because some would argue he just threw it at the rim. He wasn't really shooting. But then again, this is a guy that played gangbusters in the last game. So everything for him is pretty much a shot. 24 points in that last game. And 5 out of 7 from 3. So he's looking for threes. Not successful.
Well, that would have been a 4-point shot plus a free throw.
Yeah. That's the big one.
Yeah.
I really, yeah, here we go. Let's see it once again. He gets bumped.
There's the
And he
foul.
threw it.
And the whistle was blown right there. And he threw it up.
And right away, the referee said no shot.
No shot, yes.
For me, I mean, that's a different story, but I'm a shooter.
But what did Calvin Oftana do? Drill a three-pointer right then and there. So
11 points for Calvin. Let's see if that just irks TNT into playing a little bit even better. That's going to be a foul and play at him. And he's saying, hey, that was ticky tack.
and here's the three coming from Calvin Oftana. Right in the grill of Troy Rosario.
Let's see how Ginebra responds.
So back to a 6-point game. Here's Scotty. Over to JB. Against RHJ. JB still with it. Tough shot for him as the shot clock expires.
And you see how our boys just rode Scotty Thompson out of bounds, saying, hey, no way am I letting you get another one of your highlight film rebounds. We got ourselves a ball game, ladies and gentlemen. We promised it. It's delivering.
Nambata. Using the RHJ screen, they get the switch. Ronde got JB in front of him. 8 seconds to shoot. 3 ball, no good. Scotty with another rebound there. Thompson. Trying to feed the bigs down low. It goes out of bounds. And it's going to stay with Ginebra.
They cannot review it anymore.
There's no more challenge.
It's done.
Yeah.
They lost. They were unsuccessful with that first one on the shot. Stingray's even saying, hey, that could have been off hold on that one as well. Woo! I do not want to be in the referee's shoes tonight.
They have a tough job. Thompson. Still with it. Thompson lobs it up high to drop it.
That would have been the dunk of the century if he would have got that one.
Boy, that's going to be a foul on Thompson.
Shots getting fired up. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to fire his team up a little bit more as well. And you know what I'm talking about. Based on experience.
Here's Kelly Williams. Over to Nambata. Nambata. Big on small. Nambata using the quickness off the glass.
Yeah. He caught Japheth on an island and just burned him with that burst of speed. 9 points now for Stingray.
Well, Ginebra has been challenging the defense of Stingray Nambata. That time, he got the better of the defense of Ginebra.
Oh, dangerous pass.
Holt almost loses it. The whistle is blown here.
That's a tough call, too. Stingray's like, hey, I don't know. These are all borderline calls, by the way. And it's always going to be to the discretion.
Aurin checking in for Nambata.
Let's see if Aurin steps up. He can't. And he's real well rested. Let's see if he can give them a lift.
Rosario. Back to Thompson. 8 seconds of the shot clock here for the red shirts. Holt being guarded by Aurin. Holt. Strong move to the basket. Scotty almost put it in.
Oh, there's a lot of contact there. Yep. Could have gone either way as well.
Williams all the way to the basket for 2.
This is getting physical, man. Intensity is on the rise here. So much at stake here.
Let's take a look at this. Kelly Williams streaking to the basket, challenging the defense of Justin Brownlee. He's going to cut down that deficit to only 2 points with still 4:34 left to go here in Q3. $61 to 59. 4:30 left to go here in the third quarter. TNT Tropang Giga. And this is the closest they've been since the lead of Ginebra went up to 10. Scotty Thompson sends it back to Stephen Holmes. Scotty, 3-ball on the way is a miss. And things have gotten physical here, Vince Hizon.
They definitely have. And again, you got to be aggressive with your blockouts. But there is that fine line. Look at Arpo going Malonzo underneath. Ara is just basically shoving him out. And Malonzo does a good job of selling it.
So 2-point game, 14 seconds on the shot clock. Ginebra trying to tie the series up at 2-all.
JB for 3.
RHJ. TNT could tie or take the lead in this possession. Ronde sends it over to Kelly. Williams for 3. Drills it.
That is a thing of beauty.
Kelly.
I just love the way he shoots when it's got that nice little rhythm, that spin on the ball. It looks great when it goes in.
And he forces the miss there from Brown B. The lead back with TNT. Here's Ostana. Over to RHJ. Ronde asking for some space, asking for the screen from Kelly Williams. Ronde still with it. To the basket, draws the foul.
A lot of contact there. I think they're going to get Troy Rosario. Yep, definitely Rosario. But again, you kind of taking your pick. Look at this shot once again from Machine Gun Kelly. Catching snow on that one. That thing was super high.
And RHJ adds to that lead. Sa PBA fans, sama-sama tayo mag-celebrate ng 50th anniversary ng ating liga. Abangan ang iba't ibang activities at alamin sino ang 10 additional players na idadagdag sa PBA's greatest list. Tara na at tuloy-tuloy ang panonood ng PBA. I think that was better.
Much improved.
Yeah, thank you.
Magaling.
Maraming salamat, Vince Hizon. Here's JB Malonzo. Justin
Ooh.
Brownlee.
Ooh, double team way out here.
Brownlee, fadeaway jumper on the way.
That is just a studly move. Stud. He got hit 2 or 3 times, took the contact, and still had the presence of mind to focus on that shot.
So that ties the game at 63 all. Jefferson wide open.
Way short.
Yeah.
That looked like a tired shot,
Yeah.
actually. Again, he never goes out unless you like hit him in the face.
Alonzo trying to get it over to
Ooh.
Scott. He goes out of bounds.
Yeah, I think that's the right
That's
call.
white ball.
Went off the thigh of the red shirts. So the ball will go back to TNT. And I can see LA Tenorio over on the sideline saying, guys, take care of the ball. And I totally agree. The ball is gold. You don't give away gold. Unless you're
Especially-
super rich.
Yeah. But in a game that's tied at 63 all.
Would you give away gold? You're rich.
No. I would not give away goals
All right,
at
there you
all.
go.
Out in. Came out in. Sends it over to Cobantin. A 3 ball is too strong.
Good
Wow.
tip.
Yeah.
Good tip.
Oftana can't convert. Another tip. But it
Uh-oh.
ends up in the hands
Here
of
we go.
Jumpin Aguilar with a monster jam.
Jumping Aguilar. Dropping it like it's hot. 14 points for him. And definitely that 2-handed slam jam got this trend up.
Ronde over Jumpin. Can't convert. Scotty with another rebound. Abarientos. Here's Brownlee. Back to RJ. Abarientos to the back.
Wide
Puts it up on in.
That time, TNT looked tired. Like heavy feet tired. Like they couldn't get there. Nobody even made a move to try to defend that Abariento shot.
The 4-point lead by Ginebra. A miss by RJ. Rebound Brownlee. And a foul given up by Kelly Williams.
It is just like one way and then the other. It just never stops. This game is on such a game of runs. But let's look at this one more time. 2 hands from Japeth. Wide open for that. And talking about wide open, that's 2 wide opens in a row. RJ Barrientos makes good with that drive.
Brownlee takes care of the first free throw.
20 points.
UAP Season 87 Volleyball is live and exclusive here on Signal. Watch it all live on the UAP Varsity Channel, One Sports and Filipinas Live, because legends start here. But this has been a legendary performance by Justin Brownlee, who was almost not available for tonight's ball game. But when you're down in the finals 2-1, you need to tie it up.
Yeah, this is where legends are made. Once again, we are in the finals, ladies and gentlemen. Good defense there by Jumpin, foiling that shot by Machine Gun Kelly. Uh-oh! Don't leave him open. And he makes them big. Jamie Milonzo once again from outside. 14 points for him. Man, they are shooting so well.
Kelly trying to answer on the other and coming up short.
Ginebra is getting hot, and the guns of TNT are going silent.
Brownlee. JB attacking the defensive Cobantin. Turnover. Here comes Oftana on the break. Calvin stops. Pop. Shut him down. Open up shot.
Huge. Huge. Oh, what a shot there by
What a
Calvin
game.
Oftana.
What a game this has been, Vince Hizon.
Yes, Gino Rufino. Neither one of these teams want to give each other a millimeter. And we were looking at it one more time just to make sure, but that was definitely a good shot. Counted 3 points. Let's go to the fourth Q.
And that shot is going to be good.
And Barangay Ginebra San Miguel enjoying a 72-66 advantage. The fourth and final. Next. What a game this has been. And let's take a bit of perimeter points here in favor of Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, 40-33, with guys like Jamie Malonzo waxing hot from downtown. Stephen Hope also had a bunch of three-pointers as well. But Justin Brownlee, he's been the story tonight. He almost did not play, but right now in 36 minutes, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 4 dimes. That's Barangay Ginebra enjoying a 72-66 advantage.
Smoking. But you know what? Perimeter points has actually gone down in favor of Ginebra. It was 33-18. Now it's 40-33. So basically, since halftime, it's been 16-7 in favor of TNT. So TNT's outside guns are kind of lighting up.
Here's Nambata. They go to RHJ to the corner. Pogoy, 3-ball on the waist, too strong. Battle for the rebound in the hands of number 24. Heard the whistle, put it up, and draws the foul from Japet Aguilar.
That's just a smart play right there by Ronde. Go right into the chest of the shot blocker. That always moves them back.
So in the midway of the third quarter, TNT was able to grab the lead from Ginebra. Then Ginebra goes on a little run. And then TNT trims it down, and here we are. As RHJ misses the first free throw.
That's his second miss tonight. He's 3 out of 5 now. You got to wonder how good the legs are. 11 points for him, 10 boards, 5 assists, make it 12 points. So good numbers, but not prototypical, usual RHJ numbers.
There's Abarientos. Almost a turnover. Ends up in the hands of Scotty Thompson. Here's Malonzo. Puts it up over Oftana. Short. Rebound battle in the hands of Kelly.
Oh, Pogoy and Thompson get locked up.
Nambata gets away. Draws the foul.
And that could be an intentional foul right there, too. It looked like he got hit above the shoulders, or not sure about that. RJ Barrientos is looking like his left leg is also in some pain. Not sure what happened to him. There we go. They banged it.
That's going to send Stingray Nambata to the line.
He's got 9 points. Hasn't shot a free throw yet. This will be his first.
Ooh. The games may be over, but the storytelling continues. Witness the journey before the glory. This is our team, the Golden Age. New episodes every Friday on One Sports Plus, and the Pilipinas Live app. Misi checking back in the game here for Coach Tim Cone.
Rosario getting brought into the locker room. Not sure what's up with that. Maybe we'll try to get a report from Ginebra.
Thompson. Scotty.
Is there a better athlete in the entire PBA?
I don't know. Dambata. Here's Machine Gun Kelly. Now with Oftana. Calvin. Tough shot. Stopped there by Japet. And Ronde stopped by JB. Ahamisi. Over to Aguilar. Here's Thompson. Scotty open 4-3. Short. Dambata. Over to Oftana. Scotty to beat. Draws the foul and the basket.
Again, that athleticism and that length of Calvin Oftana showing its head there. Look at it once again. Good pass from Stingray. Calvin just beats Scotty right there. And even with the great jumping legs of Scotty, that's just too much. But look at this play by Scotty. Oh my goodness. From one side to the other. Nothing's impossible for Scotty.
Calvin Oftana, bonus free throw on the way here. Takes care of it. 4-point game.
Yep. They need him to step up big, both him and Bogoy. Here in this fourth quarter, especially with Ronde just not scoring on his usual clip.
Justin Brownlee's taking a breather right now. The crucial moments here. It's Maverick Ahamisi working on Nambata. Over to Japet Aguilar off the glass. No good. Adam with the rebound. Ronde. Over to Nambata. Here's Oftana. Working
nice
on
move.
Ahamisi. Nice pass over to Adam, who loses it. But it's going to stay with TNT.
He did a little pump fake to get the guy in the air. But got to worry about those quick hands of the guards.
There's JB taking a little bit of a breather. Oftana to inbound. Over to Pogoy. Baseline jumper on the way. No good. Maverick Ahamisi sends it over to Japet. Maverick. Aguilar. Thompson. Ralph Koo. Over to the corner. Ahamisi. Turnover.
Miscue. Macy got stuck in the air. Thought about taking that shot, then realized he's about to get blocked.
Oftana. Using the Adam screen. Oftana. Over to Adam with a one-handed clutch.
Manly play there. 9 points now for Boy Adam on a nice dunk.
There's Boy Adam, two-man game. Maverick Ahamisi trying to get a call. That left Adam wide open for the flush. It's 74-72. 8:41 left to go here in the fourth and final. 74-72, game number 4. 8:33 left to go here. Aguilar.
2-point game in the last 3 minutes and 19 seconds. TNT went on a little mini run, 6-2.
There's Malonzo. Jamie shakes free. Jumpers went.
Ooh. He is just oozing with confidence. Jamie Malonzo, 16 points for him. Man,
His best game so far
Yeah.
here in the finals.
definitely stepped up.
Ogoy. Ronde. Over to Oftana. Back to RR. There's Tambatak. 6 to shoot here for the White Shirts. Tambatak straight to the cup for 2.
That's what he can do. He may not be able to defend those bigger guys, but he can definitely beat bigger guys off the dribble. 11 points now for Stingray.
Back to a 2-point game. Scotty. Sends it over to Aguilar. Japet against Era. Japet. Shakes free of the defense. The hoop and the hard for Japet Aguilar.
That's just a prototypical up and under right here. Whoop, boom, turn it around, fake up, go under, take the hoop with the harm. That puts some air into the sails of Ginebra's fortunes.
Bonus free throw here for Japet. And rims out as we turn it over to Bea.
Gino and Vince over at the TNT huddle, Coach Chuck Reyes wasted no time drawing up plays for both ends of the floor. On the offensive end, there was emphasis on making sure that TNT continues to improve on their spacing. This ultimately helps REJ locate open shooters at the corner, such as Bagoy or Oftana. Now, on the defensive end, there was importance of making sure that they stick to their man and more so put pressure on their shooters, specifically Justin Brownlee. Back to you guys.
Thank you very much for that update, Ms. Bea. As RHJ brings the deficit back down to 2. Hope you guys are enjoying game number 4. It's been a fun one. Malonzo attacks. Malonzo draws the foul from Aram. And they're going to view this.
Jamie Malonzo is down. He is writhing in pain. I'm not sure exactly what happened. I see it once again in slow-mo. Yeah, he just got into his way.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he did, but he kind of turned his body, and that hurts. You know why? On that side of your hip there's kind of a bony area.
That's right.
I think that's what hit him.
Yeah, that's what hit Jamie.
And, well, there's not a lot of meat on the bones anyways of Boy Adam, so there's a lot of bones. Boy Adam.
That's the 6th foul of Boy Adam. So that's it for game number 4.
Wow. With 6:47, mark that down. Boy Adam goes out.
The 2-point game. This is going to send Jaden Malonzo to the free throw line.
So Coach Charre is electing to go a little bit of small. Really, it's just RHJ as is big, and he's got Stingray, Bogoy, Aftana, Kabunting. These are all guys that are around 6'1" to about 6'4". They're going to go against Japeth, who's 6'9". Brownlee, who's about 6'5". Alonso was about 6'5", 6'4". So the height advantage definitely on the side of Barangay Ginebra.
Let's see what happens here. 4-point game in favor of Ginebra. RHJ working on Malonzo. Loses the rock. Picked up by Japeth. Bodies on the floor.
And they're going to say he kicked the ball. Japeth did, so ball will go back to the white shirts. Again, every single call gets put under the microscope. Now, as through all plays from here on out, missed free throws, turnovers, all super important.
14 seconds in the shot clock here for TNT. Aurin. Now with Kobuntin. RHJ against Malonzo. Back to Glenn. Attack the defense. Over to an open Oftana. Puts it on the floor. Sends it to the corner. 2 seconds to shoot. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Great defense there by the Red Shirts.
The idea was good, but the execution wasn't so good. That pass there by Oftana going a little low. Kim Orin really couldn't handle it.
Hamisi. Now with Malonzo. Got Oftana on him. Malonzo looking for a teammate. Here's Japeth against Kobuntin. 6 seconds to shoot. Japeth puts it on the floor. You see the size advantage. Japeth Aguilar scores down low.
Definitely have a size advantage. Coach Charre is electing to go faster. Not as tall, though.
6-point game. Aurin. Still with it. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Pulls up for the jumper. Is no good. Rebound in the hands of Justin Brown.
6-point lead. Ginebra has the ball. And right now, it looks like they have the momentum.
Thompson. Now with JB. Against Kobuntin. JB still with it. Brownlee. Tough shot at the buzzer. It drills it.
Very, very tough. Cannot say enough about this effort of Justin Brownlee. 23 points for him on a guy who was never 100% sure to play this game.
Kobuntin. 3-ball on the way. Back irons it. Rebound in the hands of Oftana. And it's stolen there by Scotty Thompson.
Yeah,
Tips it
that's
over.
huge.
Yeah.
That's a huge one.
8-point game. Brownlee. That goes out of bounds, but it stays with the Red Shirts. And Coach Charre wants to talk things over. Japeth Aguilar using that height advantage over Glenn Kobuntin. That's giving Ginebra 8-point advantage after this basket right here by Justin Brownlee. 84-76 with 4:25 left to go here in game number 4. 84-76, 4:25 left to go here in the fourth and final. Barangay Ginebra trying to tie up the finals at 2 games apiece. Hamisi. Brownlee sends it over to Malonzo. Jamie, step back, 3-ball on the way, drills it! Huge shot with Grande right in his grill. That was a clutch shot from Jamie Malonzo, who now has 21 big points. That gives Ginebra an 11-point advantage. TNT needs to score here.
Well, they did, but it doesn't count because it was after the foul. Look at this once again, under duress. One side step dribble, and he rattles it home. Again, look at Ronde right there. That's just a great shot by Jamie Malonzo.
Here's Nambata. Important possession for TNT. That looks like a foul on Maverick Ahamisi.
Yep. And he's claiming that he got hooked by Stingray coming around that corner, but it wasn't a hook. It was a chicken wing. I'm getting hungry, by the way. This game has got me hungry.
Nambata. Ronde. Over to Oftana. 5 to shoot. Oftana. Fadeaway jumper on the way. Not going to get the basket.
That was halfway down. That's a good shot. He's getting the applause of his bench for saying, yeah, that's a good shot. Can't ask for much more. It just didn't fall. Jamie Malonzo is the story of the minute right now. 5 out of 7 from three-point land. 21 points.
Brownlee. To the scoop. No good. Second attempt. It's a miss as well. And TNT clears it as we approach the 3-minute mark.
Ronde's got to take over. Uh-oh. Instead of taking over, almost gets a turnover.
And 3 balls a miss.
You know, you got to wonder, is the fact that he's doing his fast, is it affecting his energy level?
One would imagine so, yes. As Ahamisi goes straight to the basket, puts it up and in.
Big shot.
And this is now the biggest
13.
lead of Barangay Ginebra in the ball game. As it stands, it's 89-76.
A simple 2 points for Amisi. 4 points in the ball game, but that too put them up big.
Stingray Nambata finally ends the drought for TNT.
13 points for Stingray. Let's see. If TNT gets a stop, they got a chance. They got to get a stop.
11-point game. 4 to shoot. Brownlee on Pagoy. Brownlee, 3 balls, no good.
That almost went in,
Yeah.
too. So they got to stop. Let's see if TNT can capitalize.
Nambata. Stingray.
That would be
3
huge.
ball. It's short. Here's Holmes. You know Ginebra's going to try and milk this clock as much as they can. Ahamisi, 3 ball, drills it. Plus the foul from Barangay Hollis Jefferson.
3 possible 4-point play for Maverick. That's 7 points for him now. Man. Again, like I said, both teams have so many guys who can really get hot in a hurry. And right now, Maverick is one of those guys. If he makes this, he can.
Come on. Oo. Bago na 'to. Thank you, thank you.